Good evening. You're welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform Facebook Live from 3 Pest Trade Academy. My name is Delayi Mibo and we'll continue our conversation on Nigerian states are billionaires in dollars. We've looked at coal, the state where they can be found. We've looked at iron ore, the state where they can be found. We've looked at soya beans, location where it can be found. We've looked at palm oil, and this evening we are looking at coffee. Coffee is another very interesting area, another very interesting product that Nigeria have potential to ship, even though we have not taken advantage of it and done much with it. Somehow, the number of states in Nigeria that have the capacity to produce coffee are very few. Not as much as some other ones. Another product. But the fact still remains that some states in Nigeria have what it takes to produce coffee. And you know what? That is what is important to me. That was the fact that some states are able to produce it is what is important to me. I'm trying to check up where Nigeria lies in the production chain. Good. So Nigeria is among one of the top producers, even though we are at number 52. Very low compared to some other states. World production is about 9 million tons. Brazil is doing 2.6. Vietnam 1.5. Colombia 754,000. Indonesia 668,000. Honduras 475. Ethiopia 471. You know, Ethiopia is doing a lot in coffee. That's 471. And Nigeria also produce. Remember, I'm looking at a product that Nigeria have capacity to produce. That's why it's important, that Nigeria can produce it. Of course, I know Nigeria is not doing so much right now, because from the record I'm seeing right now, Nigeria is number 52. We are basically producing about 1,000 ton plus. So we're not doing enough. But the fact is that we can produce this. And why am I interested in coffee? Coffee market is $30 billion market. So you know what? It cannot be ignored. I can't ignore it. I can't push it aside. It's $40 billion. Now, which state in Nigeria have what it takes to even produce? Nigeria has been a one-time large producer of coffee in Africa, with the producing state being Kwara, Bauchi, and Osun State. It is widely consumed by many people across the globe and has been ranked as the most international export commodity after petroleum. Now, this ranking probably was because before soya beans took over. Because today, soya beans is the bomb. Coffee is a beverage crop which originated from Africa, where it was initially exported to other countries of the world. But who are the major producer? Look at the major producer again. It was initially introduced from Africa, but the major producers today are not even Africa. The closest to the production of on the top of the list in terms of production of coffee is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is the sixth largest producer in the world. Ethiopia is producing about 471,000 tons. 471,000 tons of coffee. 471,000 tons of coffee. Remember the three states that are producing? Coffee is of different species, but only two are widely known, and these are Arabica and Robusta. Those are the two that are widely known in the world. Now, who are the major buyer, the major market for coffee in the world? Who are the major buyer for coffee in the world? major buyer of coffee. United States consume 20%. Major buyer of coffee in the world, United States 20%. United States 20%. That for me is very instructive. But I'm also not surprised because I'm not sure Africa is a tea drinking type. Africa is not the tea drinking type. So I can understand the reason why the American are the one taking over 20% of the total export in the world. That is also very important because at the end of the day, what that means is that there are big market for this product around the world. Germany 11%. Remember, US is 20%. Japan 4.5%. Japan 4.5%. France 6.4%. Italy 5.8%. Belgium 4.6%. Spain 3.5%. Netherlands 4.3%. United Kingdom 3.5%. So there is market. Remember, it's $30 billion business. When it's billions like this, we must discuss it. We must look at the people. Who are the people? Can we check the major states that produced it in the past that have potential? Can we check out Bauchi? Because this is a market of $30 billion. Bauchi is not playing there at all. But Bauchi is a major producer in the past for this product. So what I want to check now is what's the income of the state of Bauchi. Then I'll come back to Kwara. What's the income of the state of Kwara? Where are they today? And whether if they've harnessed the potential that this presents to them. Whether they've harnessed the potential that this presents to them. Let me check state export potential. And I'm checking for, in terms of the income. Yep. So, if I'm looking at a state like Bauchi State, wow. Bauchi State internally generated revenue is 9.6 billion. FAC 5.4 billion. Total 63 billion. Total 63 billion. Total 63 billion. Can we check out the budget of this state? Can we check out the budget of Bauchi State? Bauchi State 196 billion. Bauchi Haba. Bauchi Haba. What is the total you made before that you are giving yourself this kind of target? No, what's the total that were made before? And majority of Bauchi's money were mainly from payee. So that means it's even not very sustainable. Payee and tax to businesses in the state. Payee and tax to individual and businesses in the state. So Bauchi is 63. So Bauchi came up with a budget times 3 of what he earned. Let's check that debt profile for Bauchi State. 133 million and 92 billion. 133 million and 92 billion. 133 million and 92 billion. This is the profile, debt profile of Bauchi State. Debt profile of Bauchi State. And that's humongous. And this state want to spend times 3 of the income generated by the state. Where would the rest be funded? That's why they say our budget performance sometimes is very low, because there are so many things that are put in the budget that sincerely are not supposed to be, because you can generate them locally. It can be generated locally. It can be generated locally. Internally generated revenue. So Bauchi State, for example, have the potential for coffee. Can you remember the market size of coffee? $40 billion. and that state is having this issue, $40 billion. Sorry, $30 billion. And that state will tell me he doesn't have money to pay salary? No, no, no. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. We are starting a new season, a new dispensation. The governor just came in. A number of them are looking for laudable programs that they can do to engage the youth in the state and generate revenue for government. Is that not interesting? It's like a challenge that a challenge with that provide two solutions. First, engaging our people in aggressive learning, engaging, and this is so important, really. This is so important because if the state is not engaging the people in aggressive learning and then creating opportunity for them to export, these people are just going to be there. They're just going to be there. And because they are idle and there's nothing to do, you know what happened? You know what happened? An idle hand is devil's workshop. An idle hand is devil will find a work for them. And before you know it, with minimal amount of money, these people can even kill, maim. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate. So I have said that there is a solution already to our insecurity challenge. There's a solution to our insecurity challenge. The banks cannot be left out in supporting business to create jobs and be able to aid these people. The governor needs to begin to think outside of the box. The governor must have sincerity of purpose. I don't know if the governor are thinking of generating revenue in a creative way, not increasing tax burden of the people. Because that's what often happens, increasing tax burden of the people. Very unfortunate, but that's what we see. Very unfortunate, but that's what we see. So, Bauchi State, for example, now have what? Coffee. So Bauchi can decide to take a chunk of the 30 billion. And I remember what I said, how simple and easy this can be done. This can be done simply and easily. Just get the seedling, improve seedling. Get your people to form cooperative in different local government. Give them a guarantee together as a cooperative. Let them ship the goods. Let them deliver the goods to a designated location by the third party the government have hired to be able to do the job. So what has happened is, after they've been able to provide it and deliver to the state government, and state government is able to confirm, no, not state government, the SPV, that's the special purpose vehicle, the partner of the government, be able to confirm the quality, the shipment have been made, and then there can be sharing formula with this state government. So what am I saying in essence? Basically saying that there are models already, and what I'm saying is it's not actually my idea. I'm just replicating the idea we already have in the space that we have left untapped, because ideas are very vital, so vital that if well applied could change the course of the state. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state have everything it needs to be the best. So Bauchi State 190 something billion naira as budget, but generated 64. I'm asking myself, what is the basis? For saying there is no money in the state? The reason why they are saying it is because they are used to deceiving and they still want to continue to deceive. Or they are ignorant and grossly incompetent. But I've just described the model now of how the state can do it without any They can do it directly. Actually, they can do it directly. Very easy for them to do it directly. So basically, I'm saying that Nigerian state are viable. Nigerian state are billionaires. Nigerian state have everything it needs to survive. Nigerian state have only not be able to do what he expects to do to create job for the people. Because I'm imagining if we focus on the cashew, how much really can be done. If we focus on cashew, how much can be done? Sorry, on coffee. Let's go to Kwara State and see what Kwara State have to offer. Remember, we have Bauchi, Kwara, and Osun State. Bauchi, Kwara, and Osun State. Can we check it? Bauchi, Kwara, and Osun State. I'm trying to check income of. I've checked Bauchi. Let me check Kwara. Let me check Kwara. Yeah. Kwara State. $23.44. Kwara State, I think, is a good one. Kwara State IGR is like half of what they get from Abuja. What that simply means is that for Kwara State, they are already on the journey to self-sufficiency. What I'm not sure is if it be sustained. Kwara State have what it takes to be a major producer of this product. It's so painful and it's so unfortunate that a state like Kwara also will exhibit challenges. I mean, at the end of the day, 23, I think that's one of the highest in the country. Where is it? 23 plus. Kwara. That's 67 billion. Let's look at the budget of Kwara. The budget of Kwara. You just see one bogus fee like that. Let me check the budget of Kwara. Kwara is planning to spend Kwara is planning to spend 157 billion. Kwara is currently earning I'm trying to get what's the budget of Kwara again? Budget of Kwara 157 billion. Income of Kwara $67 billion. Like times three. That's very unfortunate. That's not expected. The state have everything it needs to be able to achieve its objective, but the state have not exploited. So Kwara is good with IGR, but that is tax, pay tax from people. If the economy thrive, there will be more tax. Because there's some tax that we currently have that have not been applied, and they're currently applying, depending on the circumstance, how much government is looking for. So what I'm basically saying is that state government, depending only on tax, is not the way to go. Because when the economy is not growing, how much will you get? Is it factory that closes or business that closes down that you'll be able to use? So it's very important you begin to consider a lot of other options and a lot of other alternatives. And this is especially important, understandably so, because of the fact that the state is having issue. Sometimes you pay me your salary. If you ask why the road is not built, what will people say? The same excuse. Why the road is not built. That excuse was given many years ago. That excuse is still being given. And I'm saying that should not be acceptable again from any governor. The same excuse. Why the road is not built. That excuse was given many. Is very important. Very, very important. So, Kogi, then Osun State. We've discussed Osun before. Osun is not bad in terms of IGR. You know, when by collecting IGR that is like half. That's not bad. I mean, like half of the total allocation from Abuja. So that means 1/3 they have it. And that's not bad because some people don't even have up to 10%. But can get 1/3, and which makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. All right, I'll be rounding up now. Remember, the market of coffee is 30 billion. Nigeria is nowhere in the radar. We're at 52 in the world production, but Nigeria have what it takes to be able to achieve its objective, basically because Nigeria is Nigeria have the raw materials, the minerals, the agri-commodity, and many options to be able to get all these done. I'll have a short time tonight because it's getting late. It's 9 already. Thank you very much for listening to me today. My name is Delayin Body. This is Import Export Platform, Facebook Live from Treatment Academy, and we're discussing Nigerian state and billionaires in dollar. I'll continue from tomorrow after church to continue the conversation. I'll be looking at which products. Let's just prepare our mind for tomorrow on the product that we'll be looking at before we now go to state by state, discussing their opportunities, discussing their potential, discussing everything that is needed to be able to help the state. So we'll be looking at corn. We'll be looking at corn tomorrow. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.